But that thing, after 15 minutes, I got a headache, not from like eyes, but like from it weighing down. Maybe my neck muscles aren't strong enough, but yeah, I got basically like a tension headache running down the back of my head. All right. So this week in tech products, we've got some Vision Pro updates. So guess what I did this last weekend, man?
You went to the mall and tried on?
Yeah, so we've got in Highland Village here in Houston, we've got a nice Apple store. You know, it's the big glass one that you might see a lot of times in some of the pictures when you look up the Apple store. And I went in there. We have someone visiting from London, and so we're just kind of taking them out around town. And her Apple Watch band broke, so we went to go take her to get a new band. So we went up to the Apple store. There's like in the middle of the store, you see a bunch of people doing this whole Minority Report style stuff. We're like, oh, what are they doing? And you see this big old thing on their head, man, the Vision Pro. So I was like, oh man, I got to try this out. So they've got this process where you walk into the store, tell them, hey, I want to demo the Apple Vision Pro. You sign up, 15 minutes later, they got you there. There's actually a line for this thing. So when I was there, so they put you in the middle of the store so that everybody can just watch you as you're doing this weird stuff with your hands, and they walk you through a specific demo. So if y'all are interested in the Apple Vision Pro and you have an Apple store near you, go check it out. Alex, the girl that's visiting us from London, she said it's not released over there yet. So she was really interested in trying it out. Like, I don't think she was interested in buying it. It's like $4,000, right? I forgot, I asked the guy, hey, how much does this run? Cause I was like, hey, this is not bad. I remember the Oculus Rift was, I don't know, $500. I don't remember, something like that. Right. It was the dev edition. And, so I'm like, oh yeah, maybe it's like 800. I remembered something like that, but no, it's $4,000. So I'm like, okay.
So if you think that if it would be $1,000, you would shell it out there?
I think 1,000 is probably worthwhile. 4,000, that's a little bit more like,
you don't see the value of having it for 4K. Okay.
Yeah, at 4K, I'm not there. At 1,000, and it's an expensive toy, but like, you buy watches, you buy phones, they're kind of in that range. It's not too big a deal. But I did the demo. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the demo. For those of you that have done VR, the Oculus stuff, it's very similar. It's not like a way completely thing. I know they're trying to sell spatial computing, whatever. It's like same shit, different name. It's just marketing, right? But they do have some good stuff. Like what really sold me on some of the experiences is like, as part of the demo, they have this thing with Alicia Keys where you're in the studio with her. She's singing on the piano. She's almost like, feels like she's serenading you to your face. And I'm like, oh, hey, Alicia Keys. Hey, what's up? But it's very cool. It feels like very personal. Feels like you're in there with them. The quality is very, very high. And I think that's the key. It's 3D-ish, I think. So it was filmed. I think it must be a special file. It's not just any normal file, at least to get this like real life experience with Alicia Keys. That was very good. And the sound was also very good. I think they probably capture, 3D sound as well. So when they feed it to you within the headset, it's pretty cool. So I think that experience, that demo that they had there with that was really cool. They also had this other demo. It was a soccer demo where you're in the game, essentially. You're like right behind the goal. And so you can see the players trying to hit the ball towards you. And again, it all feels very 3D like, so it feels like you're really there. The resolution's really high. I don't know. Do you think that something like that would be, is that something that would compel you to buy this?
Not for 4K, man. I think that I gravitate to that price, maybe $1,500, right? But it's like 4K is like, still don't see the value, right? Because even a nice computer is $2,500, right? So unless maybe it completely replaces my computer, and yes, I know that maybe it's one of those things that maybe you are having a big screen because obviously to watch it, it will be very, very nice. A game or a movie, but once again, the price is not something that I see a lot of the value on the device. It feels bulky to me. Um, Once again, we are thinking that this is the worst of all of the devices that we're gonna see for this, right, from Apple.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, talking about the device in the face and the VR, have you started watching the show, The Three Body Problem, from Netflix?
It's on my list. I clicked on it, so it's there on my continue
I
watching, but I haven't gotten into it.
I read the book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, personally, I don't like fiction books. I guess I prefer to watch them on movies
Yeah.
or TV shows. In this
Yeah, it's
case,
quicker.
I guess a friend of mine. I should bring him to the pod. Basically, he recommended me that one, and I
Mhm.
read it like maybe a year ago or so. I'm pretty pleased with what the show kind of is doing it, but they have a headset, and the headset is
Uh,
like no cables, and it's just literally this metal kind of like headset. It's pretty dope. When you
mhm.
see it, it's like, man, we are far away from that. And actually, that's supposed to be. I'm not gonna tell you much, but it's supposed to
Uh-huh.
be like high tech, almost alien technology, right? So,
Yeah.
but
Well, that sounds
yeah,
pretty cool.
it's very cool. The headset, no cables, no buttons, no nothing, right? So,
Yeah,
yeah, take a look if you like Alicia Keys, and then you see the three body problem. It's like
it's gonna be cool.
we are going in that direction.
Yeah. Well, it sounds pretty cool. I mean, there's another Prime show, and maybe we'll link it in the notes, but there's one that has this concept of your like sleeves, or like you can jump into different bodies and things like that. So there's a pretty cool concept. There's Prime shows. So we'll link these so y'all can check them out. But speaking of like the headset itself, right? So this demo was like 15 minutes, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's not super long. It's a 15 minute demo, and there's a Apple employee sitting next to you, kind of like helping you navigate the different apps, how you open it. The headset itself, when you first put it on, you basically hold it onto your face and you tighten a little knob here on the side, and it squeezes this thing onto your face, onto your head, and there's this cable. The cable got in the way a little bit, but it's maybe just because it was wrapped around my body because I had
It
the
would
the
be
main
heavier,
thing.
right? Right. The reason why they did that is to put the battery in your pocket, so
Yeah.
in that way, it's not that heavy. It's less. Do you feel less heavy than the Oculus?
No, it's heavier. It's even that way. I feel like it was still heavier. And we were sitting down, so it's not like this thing was hanging from you. We were sitting on a chair, basically like a little bench, and this was on my side. But that thing, after 15 minutes, I got a headache, not from like eyes, but like from it weighing down. Maybe my neck muscles aren't strong enough, but yeah, I got basically like a tension headache running down the back of my head after 15 minutes of using this. So I don't remember having that with the Oculus, but the Oculus, right? That dev device that we had, it was basically plastic, I remember. And so it
Mm.
wasn't super heavy, at least those early ones. Maybe they're getting heavier over time because they're trying to use
Yeah.
quality materials. And I know that's what Apple's doing. It looks nice. It's nice and glass and everything, but does have some heft to it. It doesn't feel like it at first. It feels okay. But after 15 minutes, I definitely got a headache. Another thing that I noticed, and it almost ruined the whole experience for me, is that I uh, I I was sweating, I guess, where it was kind of getting a little bit warm. I had a jacket on. It was kind of cool. It was a cool day outside, so I had a thin jacket on. So I was a little warm when we were in the store already there for half an hour, kind of waiting. And so it fogged up. It fogged up a lot of the glass as I was wearing it. So one of my eyes was kind of partially obscured by this fogginess and things like that. It's cloth material, so it should be able to breathe, but still, I still got warm and stuff like that. Maybe like I'm not used to all this exercise of moving my arms around. I don't know, but yeah, or I drank too much coffee beforehand. Either way, I was a little bit warm using it, and if it completely fogged it up. There's a questionnaire that they ask you. They ask you, do you wear glasses? Do you wear contacts? Things like that. And you have to scan your face before you do this because I guess they try to get you an appropriate size.
Mm.
And then I squeezed it on. I ratcheted it because it would otherwise slide down your face. So you ratchet it pretty hard onto your face, tight. So all of these things kind of contributed to overall, that. It's promising for sure. There's a couple of these experiences that I feel are worthwhile long term. I can see myself watching a basketball game, a football game, a soccer game through this. That seems like a pretty good use case. However, those experiences for me today are usually a group experience. If it's a big game, it's not like by myself watching a game. Usually it's a group experience. So I'm not sure how they're going to, fix that aspect. But the quality is there. I think the resolution is there. Certain experience do speak to me. There was part of the demo had me looking over a cliff which, yes, did make me freak out because I'm scared of heights. So you will see some of that, and it does all that. So pretty cool. If you haven't tried it out, find an Apple store near you and go try it out. It's a fun experience. Not quite there for me at 4K though. Hey.
All right, man.
Yeah.
What else?
I think that's all we got for today. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We love to hear from you. If you haven't watched our viral Bitcoin all-time high meme remix, check it out on our channel. That's all we've got for today. Dale.